Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. An update on the Ukraine front. Yesterday I made a video on a big news, and that was the Ukrainians' biggest aerial attack on Russian cities. Obviously military infrastructure, okay? It was just airfields and that's it, just military. The Russians responded today. I have an update with how they responded, where did they launch their attacks, what they used, and what targets they had in mind. And they're mostly in the west of Ukraine, the Polish side of Ukraine. And I keep saying this, when this thing in Ukraine will end, if the Russians are advancing westward, Poland's troops will come from the other side, like in the Second World War, the Nazis and the Soviets, and will meet somewhere in between. The Poles will take their Lviv, and not only, they will keep moving in the name of peacekeeping, love, and all that. All right, let's start with the first article. This comes from Ukrainska Pravda. Russian 15 January combined attack. Ukrainian air defense downs 77 out of 117 targets. 27 disappear from radar. All right, here they are. That's the evidence. Russian air targets that were shot down by Ukrainian air defenses. Right there, you got it? Let's see what this guy said. This is what they say they did. In total, the air surveillance troops of the Air Force of Ukraine detected and tracked 117 targets. And these are the ones that they shot down. One Iskander ballistic missile launched from Russia's Belgorod Oblast. Where is Belgorod Oblast? No worries, I will show you. Right here. This is Belgorod. This is Kursk, just so you know. So Iskander shot from here and shot down by these guys, right? 7 Kh cruise missiles fired from two 22 M3 aircraft launched from Russia's Tula Oblast. Tula Oblast. Oh my God, we gotta go right here. This is Tula. This is south of Moscow, direct from here. So those two 22s launched them from here. So they flew and released them. Next, 4 Caliber cruise missiles launched from the Black Sea. So this must have been from the vessels, warships. Where's the Black Sea? Trapalapa, Takamaka, in the south, this area. So they attacked from the south. Next, 27 cruise missiles fired from 295 MS strategic bombers launched from Russia's Volgograd Oblast. Volgograd is by Volga, and that is from the east. I don't think I have it here, but Volgograd, you go this way and to the east that way. All right, Volgograd in that area. If I make a mistake, please, Volga is on that side, so I know the oblast in that side. All right, we have 4 guided missiles fired from tactical aircraft launched from Russia's Belgorod Oblast. Again, Belgorod. Belgorod was very busy, right here, busy bee. Next, 74 Shahed attack UAVs launched from Russian cities of Bryansk, Milerovo, Oriol, Primorsko-Akhtarsk. So let's go again. Bryansk, right here, Oriol, then you have Milerovo right here, and Primorsko-Akhtarsk exactly here. This is Primorsko-Akhtarsk, across from the Sea of Azov. So the Russians launched from the Black Sea, Primorsko-Akhtarsk, Milerovo, which is where my strong hand is, then you got Belgorod, then you got Kursk, Oriol, Bryansk, so everywhere. It says that it did. All right, early reports indicate that as of, so these were the ones that were launched, all right. It says that earlier reports indicated as of 10 o'clock a.m., 77 air targets have been confirmed to have been shot down. 26 Caliber cruise missiles, 4 guided missiles, 47 Shahed attack decoys drones. Not all the missiles that were not included in the statistics are shot down reached the targets. Probably they used the so-called electronic warfare, diverted them. All right, next. Zelensky, Russia fired 100 plus missiles and drones at Ukraine's energy and gas sectors. We're going to find out where. Again, they say they shot down this and that. Next one is the same thing as the first article. I just show you how these guys are spreading it everywhere in their media. Ukrinform, obviously. Russians attack Ukraine with over 40 missiles. Next, Russians targeted Ukraine's energy sector with over 40 missiles and 70 drones, Zelensky said. What the Russians say about this one, according to Sputnik, Russian forces target Ukrainian gas infrastructure and liberate Ukrainka in Donetsk People's Republic. And you have here a MiG-31 carrying a Kinzhal. All right, let's see. This morning, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out a coordinated strike using high-precision weaponry and attack drones on critical gas energy infrastructure that supports Ukraine's military-industrial complex, Russia's Ministry of Defense reported on Wednesday. All intended targets were hit, the ministry emphasized. Operational tactical aviation, attack drones, missile forces, and artillery struck military airfield infrastructure, personnel concentrations, and enemy equipment in 137 areas. All right, what else we have here? Air defense systems reportedly intercepted 85 drones, 2 French-made Hammer guide bombs, and 10 US-made HIMARS rocket system projectiles. So it's not only that the Russians did something, these guys did something in return. Next, Ukrinform. Russians attack gas infrastructure in 3 Ukraine's regions. Let's see where they did attack. Ukrainian energy infrastructure, including gas infrastructure in Kharkiv, Lviv, and Ivano-Frankivsk region. Kharkiv, Lviv, Frankivsk, Ivano-Frankivsk region. So we have Kharkiv right here, Kurakhove, that's how the Russians call it. This is right in the east. And the other one are across from there, Ivano-Frankivsk here, and Lviv, Lvov, north of Romania. This is Zakarpattia, that's Hungary's. This is Romania right here. And this will be, all this that you see my strong is going to be Poland's one day. So, good job. Let's see what else we have here. Taparapa, tapakapa, this is what they told us what they did. And critical infrastructure in Lviv region hit during Russian missile attack. The same as the other one. During the morning Russian attack, 2 critical infrastructure facilities were struck in Drohobych and Stry districts of Lviv region. So they are located, as I said, in Lviv, Lvov, this area here. Drobovich and Strychi PPG is right here. Correct? Correct. Strychi and Drobo Kappa. Right by the Hungarians here. This is Slovakia. This is Poland, obviously. So close by. What happened? The Poles activated their airplanes, fighter jets. Russian missile attack on Ukraine. Critical infrastructure facilities in Lviv Oblast. And we have the same information. Paparapa, Zapakapa, Drohobych, and Stry. As I said, those are right here. These are the ones that were attacked by the Russians. All right, next one. Russian missiles hit 2 critical infrastructure facilities in Lviv Oblast, and they give us the same information. Next. Critical infrastructure hit in Ivano-Frankivsk Oblast by Russian missiles. Ivano-Frankivsk, as I indicated, is right here, which is it borders Romania, right here. Ivano-Frankivsk. This is from Frankivsk. Let's see what they say they hit. Air defense systems were active. Okay. Chuparaka, paka, paka. It's all right. Earlier, boom, boom, boom. In the morning, to papa, papa, according to Hupatsapa, Russian targeted the energy system again. Poland also scrambled its military aircraft in response to massive attack on Ukraine. We're going to discuss that as well. So the Russians targeted the energy system again. Ukrenergo reported implementing temporary preventive power outages in Kharkiv, Sumy, Poltava, Zaporozhye, Dnipropetrovsk, and Kirovohrad. Anything else? No. Let's move on. Russian troops push deeper into Donetsk Oblast, occupying Yantarne. This is according to New Voice of Ukraine. Settlements near Kurakhove. So push deeper into Donetsk, and occupied this little town of Bethlehem, which is right here. This big 20 houses. All right, this is it. This is the area they're talking about, my friends. My beautiful river here. Okay, so this is where they occupied, and this is south of Kurakhove, southwest of Kurakhove, and south of Pokrovsk. Okay, where is Pokrovsk? Let me give you Pokrovsk. Right here, Pokrovsk, this is a settlement. I'm going to show you on a different map. And this is in Donetsk Oblast, here. Kurakhove is conquered, and this location is in this area here, where these guys occupied, right, south of Pokrovsk. Krasnoarmeysk, as the Russians call it. Let's see what else. Poland scrambles jets in response to Russia's missile attack. I'm waiting for the Poles to start shooting at missiles and drones over the Ukrainian territory. I predict that would happen. First, it's going to be one or two accidental. They were crossing into our territory when actually they were not. Why? They always use these kind of things. Remember the Gulf of Tonkin, where these guys lied, the Pentagon and everybody else, that, hey, we were attacked in the Gulf of Tonkin by Vietnamese vessels, and we were attacked, let's go and destroy Cambodia and Laos in the meantime, and Vietnam. Remember that one? With napalm and all that? Okay, so that was a lie. The same here. I think these guys will say, this is their tactic. I told you about the mountain slope model. These guys will start slow, foot in the door, and then push it in, and then they own it. So I predict, and I suspect, that in the near future, the Poles will shoot across the border with Ukraine into Ukraine, defending themselves from the incoming Russian missiles. That imminently was coming in their direction. You know what I mean? So why should you wait someone? You remember when it was that garbage after the September 11? The Iraq is preparing an imminent danger attack on us, and the arguments made by these jackals in the media was, why do you wait for someone to get a pistol out, to put it over here, to cock it, the revolver, my bad, or pistol, some of them have cocking, so cocking, and then you wait until it shoots? It's too late. You do it when the guy just stands in front of you, not even moving his hand on his gun, okay? That was the argument. Now, if we would all operate like that, we will all shoot at one another. But nevertheless, the big one tells everybody else how things are done. Everybody else, keep your mouth shut. So I'm suspecting the Poles will start shooting it. And when the Russians will claim, you did it, what's going on, the Poles will think that this argument will fly, which will be, you know what, it was on our territories. The Russians will say, no, it wasn't. This guy will say, yes, it was. What are you going to do? Everything goes with this. Accusations, how should I call it, lies. What will you do? We'll see. You think the Russians will start shooting inside Poland? I don't think so. So the Poles, little by little, will be pushed by their masters, by the guys who own them, US, and US is owned by others, you know. And they will start doing this. And the Russians eventually have to get into a war with NATO. Will they? Well, they hope Trump will be in place. Massive attack on the West. And I think these guys are disingenuous. Why? Did you see? They reported the Russians attack from everywhere. North, east, southeast, and south from the Black Sea and so on. Remember? Bryansk, Belgorod, and Oriol, Kursk, Milerovo, Primorsko-Akhtarsk, all that. And they tell me they struck 3 areas, which was Kharkiv, Kharkov, right there. And then it was Ivano-Frankivsk and Lviv. Not kosher. Oh, all right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I hope Trump comes over and he is instructed by the guys with, all right, to talk to the Russians, tell Zelensky, sei ruhig, take it easy a little bit, and then Zelensky will say, okay, boss, or maybe he's not going to say okay, because I think that numerous interests fighting over there. It's not only one interest, it's not only one, because within the American system, there are interests fighting one another, and whomever wins is going to impose further, but the direction goes kind of the same. It's small details. It veers a little bit, but the direction is clear, which is we got to take the resources. We have to be in control, and everybody else will do what we tell them to do. And you have rules, and we're going to enforce the rules, and we will pick the rules, and we will break them whenever we feel like, and you cannot do squat about it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Hey, but we are the good ones. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.